Hi, Daniel. Welcome to the Leanpub launch video for You're Not Your Job, Going Above and Beyond for Yourself. I was wondering if you could talk just a little bit about yourself and your own journey and about the book and what it's about and who it's for.
Hi, Leanne. Thanks for having me here. Yes, thanks. The book is called "You're Not Your Job." I would describe it as a self-help book with a little hint of memoir because I share my own experience there. This book is aimed at everyone that's not very happy with their own jobs and that they think that they could be doing something different with their lives, something that's more meaningful that makes them feel better about themselves. And I know from my personal experience that's really hard, right? To be able to overcome the doubt that you may have about yourself in a way that you hopefully can leave the rat race and do some fulfilling work. So I wrote this book. I joke that I wrote it for my past self. This is something that I wish I could have had in my hands several years ago. And I addressed several topics like time, money, procrastination, conformity, self-doubt, your fears, right? And the way that I like to think that my book is a little bit different than others is that I don't offer ready-made answers of any kind. I propose a journey of introspection that you ask yourself lots of questions: where you are at, where do you want to go, what are your fears, right? And how can you address them? How can you take your first step towards the place where you want to be when it comes to your career and your job? So I have many questions throughout the book. It's some sort of interactive book where you have a place where you can write down your answers, right? So it also serves as a reminder for your future self. Whenever something happens, it's like, okay, why am I doing this? Because this will eventually happen. Then it helps you keep yourself grounded, right? So that's what I'm aiming for, and I really hope that the book can be useful for someone. If at least one person is able to find a more fulfilling job by reading my book, well, then I would say that's mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's really a great description of the book. And I really like the approach that you take of sort of confronting the reader with questions, right? Because if you want to transform your life, it's going to be you that's transforming it, not an author and not a book. Although, of course, the book can help, right? And it comes from your own experience. And one thing you talk about very kind of movingly and bracingly about is the experience that like most of us have at a certain point in our life where we sort of confront time. When we're young, we sort of typically take it that, time is endless for us. And when we get older, we realize at a certain point, most of us, we have a kind of moment where we confront the fact that there's a limited time left for us. What was that moment for you?
So yeah, you're describing it perfectly. I had exactly that. And in my case, I'm 47 years old, right? When I was 21, my mom passed of cancer, and she was 47. So, a few years ago, when I maybe 43, started thinking, okay, what if I had only 4 more years like my mom did? Of course, she not knew, right? But this really, keeps something in your head that you're thinking, okay, what would happen? Did I enjoy what did I be doing so far, right? And then at some point, okay, I want to do something different. So I started taking steps towards doing some work, writing. I really like writing. I did not know that I liked writing so much. And I have to thank you and Leanpub for that, because this helped me with starting my career with a technical book. But then I had to all this process of transformation over the last few years. And I thought, okay, maybe my experience can help someone else. So I wrote this new book, which is not technical at all, right? It's a completely different audience, but here we are, right?
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to ask before letting you go is moving. Is moving from one place to another an important thing to do in a moment of personal transformation, do you think? I mean, it's, not, there's no one rule for everyone, and you've got to ask yourself these questions, but I just bring it up because for me, that's always been a sort of really key feature of changing.
Yeah, I think it helps put things in perspective, because when you have been living your whole life in a single place, you take so many things for granted that you did not know how valuable they are. And in my case, in my wife's, I would say that's like, for instance, sunny days, right? We come from the south of Brazil where you have like plenty of sun every time, all the time. So you kind of even try to avoid it because, you get sunburns. And then we moved to Germany for several years. And the winters there are brutal for us, right? Because they are completely gray, no sunlight whatsoever. And over time, it starts taking a toll on you. And I did not know that, right? I did not know how sunny days were so important to me. Now I moved to Portugal, and here is like almost as sunny as it was in Brazil. So, and it helps me energize in a way that I would not ever thought about it. Now I look at the sunny day, I see it with a different eyes. So it's so much how would put that, makes me happy, right? A sunny day was just a sunny day in Brazil. Now a sunny day makes me happy because I experienced not having it for a while. So moving around really helps you put things in perspective.
Yeah, thanks very much for sharing that. I mean, I couldn't agree more. The idea of sort of like having something and losing it, and then desiring to regain it, sort of goes along with the section you have at the beginning of your book about the hero's journey as well, which is just very fitting. So thank you very much, Daniel, for doing this launch video for You're Not Your Job, going above and beyond yourself. And thank you very much for using Leanpub over the years as a platform for all of your really great work.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm really happy. So thanks for having me.
Thanks.